Hey everybody, it's about 6:45 a.m. So I'm ending a 3-day fast technically. Well, 2-day fast if you don't count the first one, because the first day I kind of had 300 calories. It was more like I have to clarify. It was more like 200 to 300 calories because I did the calculation and the amount of protein. If it was about 4 to 50 grams, maybe upwards of 60, then that'd be around 200 calories. And obviously, I had low mass of the other macros. But I wanted to record this video because it's interesting. This last day, the last day of fasting, I basically tried to do a dry fast, and it was incredibly. This is the first time I actually did it. Now, it's incredibly crazy. I was able to do kind of like, it's kind of weird. I did like 22 hours technically in for the first one, and then I broke it, meaning with water, so that it converted to a water fast. But it was still kind of a dry fast because I tried to go for as long as possible without drinking water, just to try to extend it. So I basically I went on a run because I was like, I just felt so good after drinking the water after 22 hours. I was like, I broke it with LMNT. I had some electrolytes. I hadn't had water for 22 hours. So once that happened, I was so motivated to do last night to go for a run, and I did at around 7 p.m. and I did a 13-mile run, and then I came back and I refused to have anything to drink. But that was a big mistake because so I was trying to sleep kind of like soon after that. When I got back, it was like 9, and I just could not sleep. My cortisol was so high, and I just couldn't do it. I was trying my best. I was like, just go to sleep, man. Because I took my vitamins like just before the run, my daily vitamins, which includes magnesium and vitamin D3 and among other things. But it was tough. I just couldn't push through. So I was gonna break all my fast and all that stuff and do a final weigh-in or whatever today, even though I did the DEXA yesterday, around like right after work, which is around 5 p.m. Right before I took the LMNT electrolyte drink. And I'm not trying to beat myself up or anything, but I'm just trying to be consistent. And so then around 3 a.m. last night, I was like, I can't handle this. I gotta go to sleep. Now, obviously, I was asleep, but it wasn't deep sleep. So I decided to say, you know what? Just have a little bit of water. So I had a little bit of water. It was probably less than a cup. And then I had less than a cup of, so basically like less than 2 cups, maybe 1.8 cups of water. But half of that was the LMNT. And then I took a magnesium pill, and I slept like a baby within 15 minutes. And so then I woke up just now, basically, and I was doing some weigh-ins, but basically I'm here. I want to record my final weigh-in after that. Now, this is like, my lowest was maybe a pound lower, but that's just because of the water weight now. And when I say 2 cups, I think it might have been a little bit more. I don't know, because it was like, I don't know, but it might have been upwards of like 5 cups. I wasn't really measuring 100%. But let's just say it was something low. But high enough for me to go to sleep. So it was like that magnesium and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. Sorry, I'm not taking exact measurements of these things. So I'm gonna measure my final weight and without the robe, and then my ketones as well. So and I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna show you how I break in. I'm just gonna eat some nuts for now, and then slowly transition to my coffee that I make with the fats and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting because normally they always say that one day of dry fasting is like equivalent to 3 days of water fasting. And so I haven't done this before, and it actually felt really crazy. Like last night when I was trying to go to sleep, it did feel like a 7-day fast almost, or it felt crazier than that. And you'll see, I think you'll see by the numbers that it's a true indication. Now, I weighed in yesterday before breaking that first part of, if you want to call it first part, because the second part was obviously when I was trying to sleep, of the dry fast, and I was at 156.5 pounds at the DEXA scan. So let's go ahead and see. So I got the phone in my hand, but so it says 154.2. Let's try that again. I'm not surprised, but 154.2. Okay. Well, I was measuring 153 point something, but you get the point, right? Because that's a dramatic loss. I mean, I have never seen that number before at all. Like that is a dramatic loss. Like I was even telling you back when I was a teenager, I was measuring and I kept getting 155. So I just wanted to show you because that is the absolute lowest, and have even before the 7-day fast, and even after that DEXA scan. So I'm lower in fat percentage right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm actually at 14.3% body fat right now. I could go back and see, but I'm just gonna eat. I'm just gonna start eating. So it's not a big deal to me, I'm just gonna, it is what I'm gonna start eating, and I'm gonna have a little bit to drink too. So just gonna open up another element tea, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Just waking up right now, and then I'm also gonna have a coffee as well. I'm not really gonna care about my weight right now anymore. It is what it is. If it goes up to like 160, I don't care. Just because I need to break this fast, But I didn't expect. I made some chia pudding last night. I forgot about that. I didn't eat it yet, but oh shit. I didn't expect my weight to drop that fast doing even. Like, I didn't expect my weight to drop that fast, because whenever I do a dry fast, right? A wet fast or water fast, whatever you want to call it, right? It never goes down that fast. It never goes down. So, actually, before I eat, I forgot I was going to take my ketones. That's right. Sorry. But it never goes down that much. That's crazy. Oh, what? That's a 2.5 pound difference? I mean, it's probably just water weight, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not, and but yeah, last night was crazy. I just could not sleep, and it was very difficult. But yeah, it's all good now, So in fact, I'll probably have that chia pudding. I just mixed it. Yeah, it still feels like I need some water, but so yeah, I'm gonna so I'm gonna check my ketones. They were actually 3.4 last night. It's pretty crazy, and then I'm gonna start showing you me eating like some nuts and stuff like that. I need to break the fast. It just needs to happen, It's like I wasn't trying to fast this long, and then I need to do something for work. And then get back down to do my coffee. All right, here we go. I'm at 4.0. That's crazy. So that shows you this is like my ketones climb as I'm going through a longer fast. But in particular, if you do a dry fast, it really is like, for me, when I did the dry fast, maybe it's because it's the first time I did it, but I believe that it was more of a equivalent to 5, maybe even 7 days of water fasting for just one day. And you can even break that down with the hours. So would I do it again? Maybe at some point, but I'm like looking back and it's like, if I'm gonna dry fast, I will never try to do it throughout the night. I mean, I'll take water before going to sleep or something. Because you just don't achieve, your cortisol is going to be so high, you will not achieve deep sleep, or it's going to be very hard without hydrating yourself. It's crazy. Drinking this feels like I'm eating candy or something. That's how thirsty I am. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that could just be water weight that I lost, but according to the ketones, it was a lot of fat too. I mean, to see that, like, that means I'm probably burning a lot of fat. So anyway, I'm gonna have some bone broth as well. So this was actually instant. This was all accident. I mean, I wasn't trying to break a fast or wasn't trying to fast or anything. It just kind of worked that way. I got to do some dishes, and then later on I'm actually going to make some food. I'm going to take my digestive enzyme. So here we go. Yeah, I'll have some of the chia pudding right here. Glad I made it last night. I was almost just gonna go straight to sleep. Got a big ass spoon here. Whatever. And then you're gonna see me eat some pili nuts and some Brazil nuts, and have a bit of chocolate. Maybe not right now, but actually, yeah, not right now. Good Brazil nut. This is pili nuts. And finally some macadamia nuts. Technically, I should be getting my weigh scale out and measuring everything. But it's all good. Because I'm not going to have too much. Here's some Sacha Inchi seeds. They're alright. They have an earthy taste. More pili nuts. This one just has a mixture of them. I used the big bag, put it in there, so it's got the macadamia nuts in. Pili. And then they say that you're supposed to have some kefir, or you should. So I'm gonna have some tahini and some kefir. So tahini's pretty good. This is raw kefir. Hopefully it's still good. It probably is. It's good stuff. I'm thinking maybe I should be taking my digestive enzymes now, but it's more about the actual meal, like some people would consider this a meal, but I'm talking about like where you're having a lot of protein and stuff like that. This is more just fats and yeah. I'm basically drinking the rest of it. There wasn't much left. So yeah. I'm probably going to be feeling full pretty soon. Feeling bloated, I mean. So maybe I'll slow down and then just like gradually eat it. Consolidating this. It was a big bag. It's crazy that I finished it. Almost. Not right now, but It's a lot of fat. Billy Hunters. So yeah, here's the tahini. I'm running out, so I just love it. Can't believe it's already Thursday. I'm also gonna bring a Jocko upstairs, and that's gonna be my caffeine for that's gonna be my caffeine for the next like 2 hours when I finish the job, and then I'm gonna come back to make real food. Maybe. Because what I just had right now, I don't really feel hungry. It was just to break the fast, you know. It's weird. I almost feel like I'm forcing myself to eat. In a way. You know, it's interesting because when I went ahead and had that went to sleep last night, or I mean when I went to bed last night, when I went to bed last night around 9:30, 10, something like that. It was just hard to sleep. I mean, I just can't believe it. You know, it's I never would have suspected it would be that hard to sleep, and I guess it makes sense. Like when you're dehydrated, your body's sending cortisol signals so much before you can, you know, give the body water again. So I don't know. And I didn't expect to fast for that long. I can't believe it's already Thursday. I wish it wasn't, because I have shit I gotta, you know, take care of with my job and stuff like that. I wish because there was something I was supposed to do yesterday, and well, nobody's really expecting it anytime soon. But I probably get an email if I don't do it soon. So I mean, it won't take that long, but I just kept dragging on over and over because we have like our regular stuff, and then that was more like a job that was on hold for a while, for like a month, and then they finally got back to me, and it's like, oh, they want to hear from me for a while, or I had something, and I was gonna do it, but then I just, you know, I wanted to try to sleep through the whole thing, and it just wasn't a good time for me, I guess. But I forgot what I was going with. I was gonna say something and I kind of forgot. But yeah, going on that run, that was tough. Actually, it wasn't that tough. It was actually after I had the water, I felt really good to go ahead and just run. So sorry if I'm like feel like if I'm slow in speech or whatever right now. I just refeeding, so it's tough. I just can't believe it's already Thursday, man. It's like, what the heck? Where did the time go? It's like fasting makes you everything go by hella fast. But now, yeah, I'm just gonna eat this and all that. No, I weighed myself as low as 153.0 pounds last night. Every time I went to the bathroom, I was like, why do I have to still go to the bathroom? It didn't make sense. Oh, I see what's going on here. And so I realized it was my yeah, I just kept weighing myself, and it was like, well, holy crap, I'm just keep losing, and I wasn't sure why. So I went down to 153.0 pounds, you know. I mean, weight loss is the key, right? At this point when it comes to cutting for me. And I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get down to 10% body fat. And so whatever I did in the last 3 days, I think it's kind of hard to see if what I'm doing won't rebound. You know, maybe I might rebound to, not because of behavioral issues, but because of the water retention mechanism and all that. I might rebound to like 158 or 159. And because certainly 153 and 154 pounds is not my set point. I know for sure it's not. I'd like it to be, but hopefully because it wasn't very long, the fast wasn't very long, I really hope my set point is actually higher, like in a way, like if it's closer to 156, my new set point after doing this.
Stanford Business Essentials is a program.
But we'll see. It's gonna be fine. I mean, whatever happens, because like the amount of time I did so-called fast, right, this time isn't that unusual. I mean, it usually ends up being like, 2 days or whatever, but now every week, and I was telling you that. So it should be about, my set point should have gone down if my weight actually truly did go down like that. It never goes down like that. So, like I said, I actually might take another DEXA scan, just because I saw that. That was a drastic drop. Seems like I'm eating this kind of fast, right? It's got pistachio milk. And have some peeling nuts. I listen to some weird shit lately. My current favorite artist, I guess you could say, is Paul Hardcastle. So I just keep listening to him, and this one's called Smooth Jazz is Pumping. Kind of funky. It was from like 2012. And here's another one. It's called Where I Want to Be. This one was pretty good, I think. It's like it's kind of like a calm version or jazz version of that Van Buren guy, whatever it is. Like trance music, or like trance music. This one, not trance music. Kind of like a calm version of that. Where I Want to Be by Paul Hardcastle. Well, his daughter actually, Maxine. It's like the UK stuff. I feel like I can create a podcast and then have this as my theme song or something. Anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really counting my calories, but if I rewatch the video, I might be able to add it up and stuff. Get an estimate. Because I'm just like taking a small bite. The idea is just to break the fast so that, you know, my body's utilizing that fat. And then whatever I have next, it's gonna be all good. Thanks for watching.